Alrighty, so I am back and we're back with another video. I think this video is gonna have an important message. I think all my videos have an important message, but that's just me. That's just me. I don't know if you agree. But we're getting back to it. We're getting back to, really speaking these messages out and pushing these videos out. And just for the simple fact that I love to do it and because I think that there's gonna be a message for somebody in this video to help you all with something, right? Um, yeah, so I wanted to talk about how we constantly choose low self worth. We're choosing to have low self worth. And ultimately, of course, yes, we are choosing to have low self worth. And you may be like, no, what was done to me and XYZ. But I watched a video yesterday and it kind of put everything into this like big picture for me that me having low self worth gave me validation. If I thought of myself with these high self esteems, if I thought of myself as being beautiful, as being talented, as being enough, then somebody will come to me and humble me and tell me basically, no, girl, you ain't that cute. You ain't that smart. You ain't enough. And so, in order to fit this picture of not getting myself hurt and to provide this protection for myself, I decided to go ahead and to have this image of low self-worth, because if I thought of myself as unworthy, someone would come and give me the validation to tell me that I was worthy. Someone would come to pour into me, and then that was when I knew that I could do something because I had somebody else's approval. Here's the thing, you don't need nobody's approval to go and do whatever it is that you want to do. And for me, every time that I had these big dreams and I wanted to do these things, I would always have somebody who would kind of like shoot me down, even in the sense that I once said, and this was like a few years ago, I was like, I want to have a podcast where I have grown men crying on my podcast. And this grown man was like, that will never happen, right? And so because he said that would never happen, I started being in my head like, actually, it probably will never happen. I probably will never get this podcast that will get men so deep in their feelings of healing that they'll cry, that they'll get emotional, that we'll have discussions, that we'll have talks that will make men really, really get to the root of these things, so that way we could go ahead and we can heal. And when he said that, it kind of just was like, right, here I go again, dreaming big and then getting shot down. And so a lot of times as a kid, I would have these big aspirations, I would have these big dreams, and I wanted to do these big things. And then it was always somebody telling me that basically, it would never happen. If I thought that I was this great, amazing dancer, it was always somebody telling me that, like, nah, you average pretty much. If I wanted to have these dreams of like going to college and becoming this, I had, you know, somebody telling me basically that, like, you're probably not going to achieve it. Try something different. Try something that is more like of you. If I thought that I was beautiful and I was creative, I had somebody telling me that, like, you're not really that creative. You're pretty average. So I started to go ahead, and to keep myself safe, I decided to just be average and be what everybody wanted me to be. And it felt good getting the validation for somebody. And so I always searched for the validation for somebody to tell me that, like, basically, you can do it. And so when somebody told me that I could do it, then that's when I believed that I could do it. But if it was nobody telling me that I could do it, I didn't want to just believe in my own word and in my own power to know that, like, yeah, I can actually achieve this thing. Because if I say that I wanted to achieve this thing, somebody is going to be there to tell me that basically you won't ever achieve it and you're reaching for the stars and you will never fulfill that. So I always had somebody humbling me and telling me, even going into the type of man that I wanted and the type of man that I wanted to date, and just like my ideas, like, I want this, this, this. There was always somebody telling me that, like, but be realistic though. That type of man would never actually like come. Like, you won't get that. You will get, something that, maybe a little off. And so, what happens if you just start believing in yourself? What happens if you just find the confidence within yourself and you just tell yourself that, like, you know what? I actually got this. This is why I said that you're choosing to have low self worth. You're choosing to have low self worth. And it's not because you want to. Sometimes it is just a protection to keep you safe. If you don't strive for greatness, then you will never have somebody telling you that like you didn't do it. You won't fail. If you don't strive for it, you won't fail. But actually you are failing because you're not going for something that is truly so deep and so ingrained in you, and something that you want so bad. You're not going for it because you're afraid that you may fail in that and somebody may come to humble you. And that was always my thing, that like going out and being bright and being the version of me that I always wanted to be, I always felt like somebody was going to be here in my ear telling me that like who I am and describing and telling me who it is that I am. Well, you know that you did this, and you know that you really are like this, and remember that one time when you did this, and that one time when you messed up, that one time when you did this and did that. And I was always being so like critical of myself because I had very harsh critics around me and in my surroundings who never truly, believed in me. And, at this stage of my life and this stage of my journey of healing, it's like I know that, that was a reflection of their own insecurities, their own things that they were dealing with. But at the end of the day, it is not to say and water down that it did hurt and it did make me this person who didn't want to strive for dreams. And yesterday I was just realizing that like you used to have so many big dreams, and I want us to like get to that, and I'll create another video for that. But you used to have these big dreams and you used to dream so freely, and you used to want something, you used to go after it. If you really really wanted it, you went for it, and you went and you dived, and you didn't care what nobody said, and you stuck to it and you did it and you succeeded. And so at the end of the day, I really want you to understand, like I had to understand that the reason that you don't want to go all in is because you fear that you won't live up to the potential. And that's the thing. You are living up to the potential. You are the potential. The potential is you. So whatever you say the potential is what the potential is. So if you say that you are the greatest, then you are the greatest. And there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. There are going to be people who are going to come and tell you that you're not the greatest. And that's their story. Hey, you don't have to take on and internalize everything that anybody says to you. If you don't believe it to be true, then it won't be true. It is just simple as that. We all believe things as facts is because everybody collectively have said like these are facts. But if you don't feel like that is a fact for you, then it will never be a fact for you. So you have to stop choosing to have low self-worth. You have to stop choosing to believe the naysayers, the people who never saw your vision because it wasn't meant for them to see your vision. It was never meant for them to know the bigger scheme of things, because that is in your head. That is between you and the divine. That is between you and your spiritual team, and they are implementing all of these things. So you do a disservice to you and God living through you when you play it small. God don't want to play it small. God is everything. So play big and give yourself the self-worth, give yourself the pep talk to understand that like those people, hey, that's in the past, and they may not ever believe in you until they see it's done. So at the end of the day, even if you do quote unquote fail, even if you do fail, you are trying, you are doing things, and that is going to open up a new way of you looking at things and you seeing things that like I tried. So if I didn't work it out this way, there's another way I can tweak this. There's another way I can like turn this into something beautiful, and I can make this something big, and I can still do it. It's just another way I need to look at it. I need to try it a different way and try all methods, because there's no one method. So if you don't succeed in that way, the way that you wanted to, look at it a different way. Try it a different way. Because if you have a dream, if you have a passion, if you have something that you truly, truly want to do in this life, you will do it. It is up to you to stop listening to the people who never could see your vision because they couldn't see that far. They couldn't believe in their own visions. So you owe it to yourself. And you owe it to them to show them that, like, you know what? You can do it. I'm sorry that you weren't able to do it, but I'm going to be the person who shows you that you can do whatever it is that you truly want to do. And when you are destined for something, you will succeed at it. You will do it. And it doesn't matter the when, what, where, how. All you got to do is just go ahead and do it. So this is a video to just motivate you to believe in yourself. It doesn't matter no more about what anybody else says. We are stepping into a new version of ourselves. We are stepping into a new horizon, right? And this is the horizon where we believe in ourselves no matter what. The dedication, no matter how many tears you have to cry, you get back up and you keep fighting and you keep doing everything that you need to do. Take a moment to breathe, dance, relax, chill, vibe. But at the end of the day, get back to it. Don't get so off of your thing. Don't get so off of what you got and what your vision is on. Keep focused. Don't get burnt out. Enjoy the process and have fun. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye.